a Monday Night Raw where my mother, that does not watch any WWE programming, could book better on the road to WrestleMania. Guys, my mom, okay, my mom, she doesn't like WWE, okay? She does not watch WWE, but I bet you any money, I bet you my life that my mom is better than the Raw's creative team. She can book a better Raw than how the Raw's creative team is doing. Whoever is writing Raw, it is absolutely ridiculous, guys. It is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And by the way, I'm not feeling well. I told a lot of my Twitter feed followers, I know I look like I'm fine. That's because I had to fix up myself. I had to fix up the lighting down here. I'm not in my room where I normally record. I had to grease my face, moisturize my face. I don't want to look messy on camera. Did my hair the other day, so I look decent. At least I look half decent. I don't feel decent, but I'm looking decent, which is all that matters. And I believe in no days off, okay? So I am here doing the Raw review. I could have easily said, you know what? I'm not doing it. But guess what? That's not me. I want to get that Raw review out for you. Remember that channel update where I did on the 31st of December 2016? I said I want to be consistent with my Raw and SmackDown Live reviews. I want to do them every single time, every week, okay? And I want to thank all of you for the big growth in views that we've gotten. We've achieved 85,000 views. I thank you all. The Raw preview did very well. It has 106 views the last time I checked. Thank you on that. So I'll possibly be doing a SmackDown Live preview today. Hopefully that will get some views as well, at least 60 or something like that, guys. So let's get right into action. But guess what? Raw actually started off positively. We did not have a Stephanie McMahon, Gallows and Anderson, Roman Reigns, Mick Foley segment. Raw kicked off with Kevin Owens in the spotlight with the WWE Universal Championship sitting on a chair. I'd also like to add as well, I did not watch the whole of Raw. I watched highlights because I'm very ill, guys, and I can't sit through 3 hours, and what I'm hearing about Raw was atrocious. So yeah, but Raw started off with a graphic in memory of George the Animal Steel. Rest in peace to him. I sent all my condolences to his family, and Ivan Koloff, another old wrestler that died a few days ago. So Owens is in the spotlight and he says he is back where he belongs. Totally agree with him. He can address why he thinks he will still retain the title at Fastlane. Owens speaks from his chair and talks about defending against Goldberg, which brings out the Goldberg chants. Owens says he was never impressed with Goldberg and still isn't. Owens believes all he has to do is outlast Goldberg and outsmart him, which is very smart. He has a very good brain. Owens says everyone, including Goldberg, knows that he doesn't even come close to Owens in the smarts department because he knows how to play the game better than anyone else. Owens goes on and the Goldberg chants resume. Owens says he's going to prove to Goldberg, Goldberg's son, and everyone else that superheroes don't exist. And you know when Goldberg mentioned it to put him in a Brock Lesnar, he gets so angry when you mention his family, his wife, or his son. Owens is going to get destroyed. But I like what WWE are doing here. They're making Kevin Owens more believable. But I think they're doing it a bit too late. But this is the Kevin Owens we saw that came in and destroyed John Cena. Owens goes on and says Goldberg is nothing. So you know how Goldberg says, you're next. Everyone's just like, you're nothing. He addresses Chris Jericho next. And he's like, do you not want to know why I attacked him? And then he just picks it up. He drops the mic and exits the ring as he's getting a lot of heel heat and attention on him. This is absolutely great. So the next match was a #1 contenders match. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass. I thought this match was going to end up in some sort of double disqualification or double countout because I thought Fastlane, and it was the rumored match card as well, I thought at Fastlane it would be Cesaro and Sheamus versus Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson for the Raw Tag Team Championships. But it looks as if the Raw Tag Team Champions, Gallows and Anderson, are more interested in jobbing out to Roman Reigns in 2-on-1 handicap matches consecutively this week and last week. Well, this match was boring. Cesaro and Sheamus, they're such a good tag team, I said it, but they have no one to face. Enzo and Cass. It's just weird how since last week, All of a sudden, they want a chance at the tag team titles after you're feuding with Rusev and Jinder Mahal over nothing. I don't understand this, guys. This match was a decent matchup. It was the first matchup of the night, and Cass won with the East River Crossing on Cesaro. Beautiful move. Big strength shown by Big Cass. But this match, as usual, Enzo Amore always gets beat up, and then Big Cass comes in and clears house. After the match, Enzo and Cass make their exit. Enzo stops at ringside and cuts a promo until Sheamus shuts him up with a big bro kick. Sorry guys, I feel ill. Cesaro and Sheamus look on as Cass helps Enzo up. Fans chant, "Thank you, Sheamus," at him because he bro kicked him and he loves talking. So, backstage, we see Owens walking out to the arena. So Mick Foley's like, "No, Owens, come back here. Where you going? You have a match tonight. You have a match tonight. You can't leave. You are wrestling Sami Zayn." Owens was like, "So Foley, I really thought you had a heart for Sami Zayn. I thought you liked him." He says Foley needs to be careful or he's going to end up with more guys on the injured list than in the locker room. Obviously, talking about Seth Rollins. So, Mick Foley is backstage on the phone when Roman Reigns walks in. Roman Reigns, big tough guy. Huh? Foley mentions he had to fortify the ring for tonight's main event. So they're building that they had a reconstructive ring. A stronger ring for Big Show and Strowman. That's all a lie, guys. All a lie. Foley says Reigns is going to have to wait to get Braun until Fastlane. Reigns says soon as the main event is over, and then Gallows and Anderson walk in. I don't know. It's like they're just offering themselves. They're offering their souls to Roman Reigns. Please destroy us. We're the Raw Tag Team Champions, but guess what? We don't care. We're the Raw Tag Team Champions, but we can lose to one man, and that's you, Roman Reigns. Please destroy us. That's what they're telling them. The Raw Tag Team Champions have unfinished business with Reigns and want to finish it tonight. Foley tells him to find a partner, and the match is on. Reigns says he doesn't need a partner, okay? Because he's invincible. And he walks off. Then the next match, it wasn't even a match. Cruiserweight segment. Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick, okay? So Akira Tozawa made his way out. I've already said I like Tozawa. I like his style in the ring. Ha! 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 He always says it. I don't know what it means. And we've seen Tozawa and Kendrick have an angle last week on Raw. So Kendrick wanted to talk to him and be his mentor, and Tozawa said no. And I love Tozawa's theme song. So Kendrick was offering to shake Tozawa's hand. You know when the cruiserweights shake each other's hands before the matches? But no, Tozawa refused. Kendrick was like, "Shake my hand." Tozawa refused. Kendrick blindsided him, attacked him, exposed the steel turnbuckle, hit his neck there, applied the captain's hook, and that was it. Charlie Chorizo is backstage when Kendrick walks up. He runs into Tozawa and says, "Tonight was the first lesson and it was about respect." He wants respect and he will destroy anybody that doesn't show the Brian Kendrick respect as he walks up. So the next match here was sickening. It was the handicap match 2 times, 2 weeks in a row, 2 Raws in a row consecutively, okay? Roman Reigns versus the Raw Tag Team Champions, Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson, were you watching earlier tonight when Enzo and Cass got the opportunity to face you for your non-existent Raw Tag Team titles? Like, does that even matter? It doesn't feel like they're the Raw Tag Team Champions because they're just losing and jobbing to Roman Reigns. What's the point of them being Tag Team Champions? I don't understand, guys. Let me just talk about the end. Roman Reigns destroyed Gallows and Anderson, as you would imagine. Anderson was going in for the boot of doom, but Reigns fights them off. They all end up on the floor and Reigns gets beat down. Same story with Roman Reigns. Gallows grabs a steel chair and brings it, but Reigns fights both of them off. He drops Gallows with a boot. He picks up the chair and decks Anderson in the gut for the disqualification. He just destroyed them with chair shots. He unlads clotheslines on Anderson in the corner as fans count along. Reigns drops Anderson, sending him to the floor. Gallows came in from behind. Sorry, guys. I told you, look, I'm ill. And then Gallows is doing those little punches. Then, after that, Reigns spared Carl Anderson in mid-air. So the announcers kept talking. They had a segment. They talked about the segment with Owens in the beginning. Owens will face Sami Zayn later on tonight. Cole will have a sit-down interview with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. The New Day will face Jinder Mahal and Rusev. So this match, We had them talking about how Lana hacked the ice cream on the iPad because she had the ingredients. Nobody cares. I don't know why Rusev and Jinder Mahal are still teaming up together. And Jinder Mahal, I don't know why he's not on, why he hasn't had a wellness policy test. Because I'm pretty sure he's on steroids. This guy is so ripped. The bones are bulging out of his chest and arms. I don't understand, guys. The New Day versus Rusev and Jinder Mahal. So funny how the New Day were the longest tag team champions and now they're stale. Even I was a big fan of the New Day and now I couldn't care less. Kofi and Big E hit the midnight hour on Jinder for the win and that was it. I told you, I don't really care. Now I'm going to try and make this review short. I always say that, but I never. But this time I am. So then we had the contract signing for the Cruiserweight Championship at Fastlane, Jack Gallagher and Neville. This was a pretty good contract signing. Neville just signed it, wanted to get out the ring straight away. Austin Aries was in the ring, and obviously I told you lot already that there's rumours of Austin Aries facing off against Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship at Fastlane. So Neville signed it, got out, and then Jack Gallagher was like, no, look, I've got cookies and stuff for you. Neville was like, no, you're just an embarrassment to the UK. That's why everyone thinks so negatively of British citizens. That's what he's basically saying. And then Jack Gallagher was like, you know what? I'm not taking it. I'm not going to stand it. You always think that you're better than everybody else. Neville tried to attack him. Gallagher unloaded, throwed him, then put a big headbutt. Neville was angry, smacked the camera. I love you, Neville. Jumped in the ring, tried to get in the ring, and Jack Gallagher held up William, the umbrella, to his neck. That was embarrassing for Neville. Neville was upset. You could see it in his face. He was just on a rant on the outside. Like how everyone wants to rant about Raw, but I'm not in the mood. Nia Jax versus Sarah Peace. I thought Nia Jax was on Raw to win the Raw Women's Championship. I'm not going to go over it. What do you think happened? Nia Jax, Samoan drop for the win. After the match, she talks about how she wants the Raw Women's Championship, which is really bizarre to me. Back up from the break, guys. Then this was actually a very good segment between Stephanie McMahon and Bayley between the Raw Women's Championship, and Stephanie was saying how the championship win was tainted because Sasha Banks interfered and hit Charlotte and helped her win. But obviously Stephanie, I think, is completely erased from your mind. But Dana Brooke was the first one to come out, and that Charlotte has retained her championship on numerous occasions by her father Ric Flair and Dana Brooke. I think that obviously Stephanie does not remember that. Bayley talks about growing up in California and having big dreams of her friends. She once wanted to be a doctor, Britney Spears, blah blah blah. The usual Bayley story, guys, the underdog. And then she says, but that's not fair because I won it. That's what I'm saying. And then she was talking about how she was talking to her dad. She said, Dad, I did it. The music interrupts and out comes Stephanie. That's after that, guys. Then Sasha Banks came out and she was basically telling her, no, don't relinquish the title. Because Stephanie was telling Bayley to... Sorry, guys. Stephanie was telling Bayley to relinquish the title. But Bayley, she looked hesitant. It looked like she was going to do it. And then Sasha was like, no, you can't do it. Charlotte came out. She said, sorry for the disrespect, Stephanie. I'm going to apologize on the behalf of Bayley. Then Charlotte says, you know what? If you're not going to relinquish it from it, I'm just going to take it. So obviously they're going to have a match at Fastlane. Sasha then challenges Charlotte to a match again. I don't know why. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. Same old thing. This was a short match. Bayley was at commentary. And then Dana Brooke just jogged down the ramp. I don't know, she looked weird, like she just ate and she was stuffed or she was pregnant or something. Bayley dropped her. That was such a brutal drop. Nice Dana Brooke for taking that drop for the team. And then Sasha Banks, bank statement, and Charlotte loses on Raw again. Surprise, surprise. Again, backstage, Charlie is with Sami Zayn ahead of his match with Kevin Owens. Sami's not happy he was right about Owens turning on Jericho. And he also says Owens and Samoa Joe are very similar. They're terribly selfish people but are always making up excuses for their actions. Sami goes on and says time eventually catches up to people like Joe and Owens. He says the story between he and Joe is far from over, and while Owens has to deal with Goldberg at Fastlane, he has to worry about Sami kicking in his teeth tonight again. Samoa Joe did want Sami Zayn. Put respect on his name if you're going to say it. He called him selfish, and I don't think I was very happy with it. But from the great break, and out comes the Universal Champion, Kevin Owens, for the non-title match. Sami Zayn's on his way to the ring, and guess who comes out? The Destroyer, Samoa Joe. Absolutely annihilates Sami Zayn again. He's just been destructive since he's come on Raw. But I want to see him in ring action though. He's in the suit again. Throws Zayn into the barricade. Throws him into the ring post with the LOD cover so many times. Threw him into the steel step. Hit a brutal senton drop. And he just put Sami Zayn's remainings in the win. Basically in the ring. Basically saying, Owens, take your time. Pick your time. Pop a powerbomb and win. The referee was telling Sami Zayn, no, but you know Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground, that fighting spirit, he's like, no, start the match. Sami did not have any chance. He was brutalized. Kevin Owens, 2 big clotheslines, 3 cannonballs, pop-up powerbomb. That was it. They're finally booking Kevin Owens as this monstrous heel. I think it's to make it more believable that he might retain the championship, but that's not happening. We know Goldberg is going to win, and it's going to be Goldberg versus Lesnar for the Universal title at WrestleMania, which I strongly disagree with. Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Michael Cole had an absolutely great promo, guys. Interview. Paul Heyman was on fire tonight. And Brock Lesnar at one point scared Michael Cole away. Brock Lesnar was just sitting on the chair staring. The camera was right in his face. Michael Cole was right behind him. Great. Just talking about how he's going to defeat Goldberg. How he's going to destroy Goldberg. How they took Goldberg for... underestimated Goldberg. They talk about Kevin Owens and Goldberg's match. So after that, we go backstage with the Raw Commissioner and General Manager. Stephanie is with Mick Foley. She asked where Foley was when Bayley and Sasha Banks were disrespecting her. Foley was watching and enjoyed it, he said. So Stephanie says Mick is being insubordinate. I don't know what that means. He wants her to stop treating him like he's stupid. He trusted and believes in her. Foley goes on ranting about Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, saying he won't let Stephanie's greed get in the way of what is right. And Mick Foley's fired up. You can tell. I said this last week in the Raw review. He's going to get fired soon. We go backstage. Michael Cole, pull him in. Yeah, that's what happened. Then the main event, which I really didn't care about. I'm going to talk about 1 more minute in this review. Big Show versus Braun Strowman was an alright matchup. Did it deserve to be a main event? No, not at all. I was right in my preview when I said they were practicing at the house show. Some impressive points were Braun Strowman's strength, Braun Strowman's kick up and roll through. So they were trying to get in the dominant position. Braun Strowman rolled through, kick up and went back into position. That's amazing for a man of his size. What, 385 pounds? Big Show looks great, in the best shape of his life, getting ready for his match against Shaq. I already said it in the preview, what I uploaded yesterday, that Braun Strowman is going to win. All these big guys, Mark Henry, Big Show, they're passing the torch to Braun Strowman as the new big guy in the WWE. This was an alright match. Big Show KO'd Strowman when he jumped off from the middle rope. Strowman kicked out. Big Show kicked out of a sloppy power slam. And then Braun Strowman hit another power slam to Big Show for the win. And that was basically it. But guess what? You know how it said ding ding ding, and then the music of the winner plays. Straight away Roman Reigns comes out. 2 Superman punches to Strowman. Then he ran into a massive missile drop kick by Strowman. That was impressive. Strowman running power slam, and that is it. So he lays out Roman Reigns, like 3 times now in the last 3 weeks. At Fastlane, Roman Reigns is definitely going to win. If Roman Reigns has skipped out of so many finishes like Phenomenal Forearms, Style Clashes, Boot of Dooms, Magic Killers, Style Clash on the chair, Pedigrees, Helluva Kicks, Pop-Up Powerbombs, Cold Breakers, AAs, Choke Slams, RKOs. You really think he's going to kick out of a normal power slam? You really think he's going to get beaten by a normal power slam? I don't think so. So this is my Raw review for February 20th, 2017. I'm feeling very ill, but I didn't want to miss this Raw review. Raw just sucked. Raw sucked. It was rubbish as usual, guys. Can't wait for SmackDown Live. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.